Alright, welcome back. So today we have done 3 games in total. Feels good, man. We started with some Golden Sun randomizer, which, like, if you had asked me 10 years ago if that would be a thing, I'd be like, what? Don't you mean Pokemon randomizer? Then we did some Zelda Minish Cap, which is just super comfy stream. I get maximum, you know, people happy hypers comfy vibes. I don't know how to put it in the right term. I'm like blankies, you know. Feels like get a cup of cocoa, even though it's summer right now for me. Get tucked in, turn on the campfire or whatever. Zelda just makes me feel good. And same with Yu-Gi-Oh! I love eating trees, me too, bro. I mean, isn't grass basically mini trees? Speaking of Minish Cap. So yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more Yu-Gi-Oh! GX today. Hopefully the connection on Twitch is pretty stable. I'm looking at the stream health right now and it's just tanking as I say that. It has been pretty consistent today though. I think the location of my Wi-Fi just needed to be moved a little. And it seems to be somewhat consistent, so that's good. But YouTube is not going to notice it, as they shouldn't. It should be completely stable. 720p, 30 FPS. And now that I think about that, before we start, I'm going to check how much space I have on my hard drive. Okay, yeah, we got enough to record this at least. So yeah, let's get into this. It's been a hot minute, it feels like, even though it was only a week ago, I think. More Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy. And you know what? Like I said in the first part of this, it's a pretty decent game for just Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy meta in general. I feel like there's only one other Legacy Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that is superior to this, and honestly, the graphics aren't on point for that game as much as this. Excuse me? Can we please open the game? What? That is not the location I had it in before. I love the Legend of Zelda the Polish app. Is that on iOS Android App Store? That sounds hilarious. Are you saying the Polish app? Now that I think about it, Polish and Polish are spelled the same way. Oh my god. Mind blown. Just give me a second to pull this up really quick, and we'll get right back into it. I think I had it under GX. No? What? Was it under Duel Academy? Okay, there it is. I don't know what the hell happened last time. Did I do a save state the last time we played this? I hope so. It doesn't matter too much. I made sure that Twitch saw that I saved the last time, so we definitely have a save. Let's try and do it the normal way, and if that doesn't work, then I think my previous self, like a week ago, would have had the credence to pop down a save state. It does say continue, so Bren, okay, dual points 12, 15. I wasn't keeping track of my dual points. That's like that's like the person that goes into the bank and they say, yes, I keep a record of all of my dollar bills numbers, like the identification numbers on every single dollar bill I have ever owned. Nobody does that. That's insane. If you're writing down the identification numbers of your $20 bills, you need to seek help. I'm sorry. Oh, we got a new character showing up too in the duel arena. Who is this? Hey, it's the Chaz. Hey you, what are you doing there? His smile is so smug. That damn smile. It all started with that damn smile. Who is that? You really don't know who the great Chaz is? Chaz it up. We may be the same year, but he's the ace, the man, the cream of the crop. Yeah, Chaz Princeton is the future king of games. Be quiet. You're embarrassing me. The Chaz. You know what? I feel like they do him dirty. He's kind of a funny side character. He's like, you know, if you took Kaiba, de-aged him 10 years, and then turned the edginess up 1000%. But he has a pretty good consistent deck meta. And then it's just all Ojamas. And it's like, bro, nobody wants to play Ojama meta. Let's do some Jaden duels. I think we're at 4 victories, or 3 victories against him. Legend of Zelda the Parish Cat. There's so many different titles you can give it. When is Zelda Cool Cat coming out? I need more cats with sunglasses in my Zelda games. Hey Bren, you're just in time for a duel, what do you say? This reminds me, I was gonna talk about this anyway, but us talking about cats with sunglasses, etc., alternate titles. This is a banger track, by the way, holy hell. There's, like 2 or 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! GX DS games. I always get them mixed up. It's Nightmare Troubadour, whichever way you say it, and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Spirit Caller. One of them is the good game, and one of them is the bad game, but I seem to remember both of them let you customize your character. Can't wait until we get around to those, and I have, you know, edgy, spiky, multicolor hair with sunglasses. I was gonna say with cool jacket, and DDDini pops in the chat with Legend of Zelda the Stylish Jack. I feel like that was supposed to be jacket, at least I'm imagining it. I mean, harkening back to how they do Chaz 30, they take his jacket away, dude. What's up with that? Chaz gets all sad about his jacket being taken. Like, come on. You're gonna be an obelisk blue. Everybody's calling you the Chaz Chad. And you get sad about your leather jacket? Dude's got some messed up priorities, that's for sure. Alright, I saw Goblin Attacks Force there. So that means Luster Dragon's gonna be an easy play. Lady Assailant of Flames, why do I still have this? I guess remove 3 cards from the top of my deck is pretty good. And it does some burn damage. Zombria the Dark, alright. We know which one we're playing first. This is the offensive defense. 2100 against anything my opponent plays. He's gotta do Skyscraper Elemental Hero strats. Okay, that's exactly what he's doing. Uh-oh. Skyscraper is activated, will you chain? Absolutely. Love to get rid of that, especially early on. Just gonna make his synergies really weak. I guess I'll get rid of Meteor Dragon. I don't need 2000 defense with 2100 attack right now. 7 colored fish. Alright, that makes me confident to toss out the Luster Dragon. I think I'm gonna hold off on direct damage for 1 turn. Just to keep that 2100 on the field. And it was just Avian. So I probably could have attacked with Zombria. But I'm gonna hold off. Let's see what he does next turn, because I'm gonna do the Wombo combo damage on my end. Just another face down defense monster. Bistro Butcher. Let's go with the Goblin Attack Force. It is probably the superior play here. It's gonna stick me in defense for 2 turns. But I'm gonna have 1900 on the field for offense. I'm gonna potentially have a card I can swap back into attack position, maybe. Either way, 2300 direct attack damage is pretty badass. Bam! Can't wait until I get Elite Goblin Attack Force. Pretty sure that exists in this version of the meta. Love to see Luster Dragon doing that direct damage too. This is a pretty smooth duel so far. I guess I could have done something more optimal. I gave him a free turn. Snatch Steal? What are you gonna do? Bro, you better tribute that. He's gonna Mage Power the Goblin Attack Force, which is stuck in defense. Oh no. Broken AI. I think because he took it on his turn, I think the AI is going for the long con play here. So if I had, you know, stumbling over my tongue here, if I had tributed a turn so I could gather more life points from Snatch Steal, I'm pretty sure he could switch this into attack. But I'm not stupid, dude. You stick Mage Power on that sucker, I'm not gonna let you get away with that. Thanks for the 1,000 life points, I guess. And you know what? Zombie is kind of useless now, being 1,700, but he did his due diligence, he put in the work. Clocked out, and he was still working off the clock, you know what I'm saying? Ah, but this duel isn't over yet. I could probably stick that effect damage burn card on the field and probably end this so fast. Draw 2 cards. Let's see what he does with this. Usually with 100 life points left, Bistro Butcher is not going to help the opponent at all. Luster Dragon. Okay. I actually can't do anything exactly about that. I'm going to have to suicide a monster. Unless I get something higher than 1900 attack. Okay, he's got a face down. I'm kind of dragging this out, so you know what? I ain't gonna play party to this BS, dude. We're gonna do both strategies at once. If he, you know, has something face down trapped, then my Suicide Luster Dragon play is still gonna help. It's Mirror Force. Okay. That's why I placed the face down, because he's gonna tank. Not even tank, he's gonna be destroyed by 800 life point damage in a second. Unless he does something really ballsy and, I don't know, Nobleman of Crossout. Nope, it's over. Got the effect damage KO. I think that's gonna give me extra duel points too. See you later. I guess Lady Assailant proved herself. Nice. Okay, last one. Dude, just keep hitting me with the Zelda title puns. I love it. I don't think there's a way to check your streak with anybody here, so I might be completely screwed. I might have to keep track manually. Legend of Zelda: The Swedish Brat. It reminds me of trying to stream Breath of the Wild like 3 years ago, and it would lag like crazy. The recording just wouldn't work. Definitely going for Summon Skull. I basically had dreams about sticking all my duel points into this pack. I used to title every stream some like stupid Russian vodka joke. It was dumb. Hey, I got HANE. That's kinda nice. Would have preferred Penguin Soldier, but it's still a beneficial card. Fire Yarrow. I guess we have a fusion synergy that I don't really care about. Lots of fusion cards, in fact. I wasted all of those duel points. I'm 92% complete on that pack and still no Summon Skull. Come on, bro. Like, it's weird when I'm dueling, I start to hear these strange voices. Yikes. Chumley's gotta go to the doctor bad, dude. You don't understand anything of Yu-Gi-Oh? It's alright. It's basically, you just have to kind of witness it to get the gist of it. It's hard to explain. It's easier to just watch along and figure it out. I wonder what they are. It would be delicious if the monsters were talking to me. Good God, that is terrifying. No context, that is scary. I pulled an all-nighter studying, so I know I'm gonna ace the test. Forgot about this. We gotta do Crowler's test. Hey, chill out, Bren, or you're gonna burn yourself out before the afternoon test. Just relax. Me yesterday was streaming. Frick, dude, I gotta upload this Kenshi playthrough. First, it's the written exam. I'm looking forward to the next time we do Kenshi, by the way. Which card allows you to retrieve Exodia the Forbidden One from your graveyard to the hand? That's Monster Reincarnation. Due to the effect of Iron Blacksmith Katetsu, which card? I guess this. That's an equip card. Weird. Which light monster has the highest attack? I think it's Paladin? Armor EXE, it doesn't have anything. Okay, never mind. Must have been that one. Which has the following effect: destroy one face down. I don't know. YZ? Okay. Which monster can be equipped with silver bow and arrow? Aitsu? The other two aren't really related. Which monster cannot be added? Well, it's Exodia the Forbidden One. It's an effect card. This is Darkblade and Pitch Dark Dragon for this bad boy. Darkblade the Dragon thing. We're just doing the quiz here. This ain't normal Yu-Gi-Oh! Raimi and Restructure Revolution and Final Flame, which one will deal the most damage? I believe it's Final Flame? Yeah. I think that's 800 damage. Which monster is an effect monster? It's King's Knight. Alright, we did pretty good on the exam. All these cards deal damage to your opponent. I believe it's Tremendous Fire, yes. Censored card, by the way. Legend of Zelda, the grayish map. That's basically all of Link's Awakening. The map is gray as hell, unless you're playing on Game Boy Color. And even then, it's grayed out until you discover new territory. Next, it's the skill exam. Well, you hear the time duel rules. I think this was deal damage, right? Oh, this is just straight up time duel. Okay, cool. I completely forgot about all of the exam mechanics, so this is going to be some fun content for us to check out. Unlike a normal duel, you can look at your opponent's hand and face down cards anytime you like. So I think this is just a... You can retry until 10 times in skill exam. First of all, bad English. Second of all, cool. I guess we can fail as many times as we need to, basically. I think this is just the dual challenges, except there's a timer associated with it. Your point decrements 10 points by 1 retry, okay. 8 minutes and 0 seconds for this one. We both have 1100 life points. Magical Scientist. Pay 1000 life points to special summon 1 level 6 or lower fusion monster from your fusion deck in face of attack or defense. Fusion monster cannot attack your opponent's life points directly. It is returned to fusion deck at end of turn. Fusion weapon, 1500 attack and defense for a fusion monster. We got 1000 Eyes Restrict, so we probably want to take the strongest monster on the field, which is likely the Fiend Mega Cyber. Okay. As long as this card remains face up on the field, all spell cards cannot be activated. Huh. So... presumably I want to take this then? 1800 plus 1500. That's a good one. Legend of Zelda, the Fetish Trap. Somebody out there has got to absolutely adore that one. They're gonna look that one up on their favorite website. Dude, my math is bad. So, 1800 plus 1500, that's 3300. Yes. Okay, that is enough. I'm assuming that taking, what is this called? Spell Canceller. I guess 1000 Eyes Restrict. Putting that in the spell or trap card zone negates its effect. Okay, so I play this face up. This should be easy. Go ahead and activate the effect. Take 1000 Eyes Restrict out of the fusion deck. And it should just be 1 attack to win the duel. Legend of Zelda, the Boyish Slap. You know what? I said earlier I was watching Moist Critical stream some YouTube content last night. I was kind of surprised. Whenever I've previously watched him stream YouTube stuff, he's done this like weird slapping competition stuff. And at first I would always skip out on that because I was like, why would I want to watch people slapping each other? But no, dude, I finally watched it this time. It is more exciting than any sport I've ever seen. It was awesome. Definitely recommend checking it out. I'm sure he's got compilation videos of it on his channel. I don't need to shout him out. Dude has, you know, several million followers at this point. That was fun. Oh man, I fell asleep again. Dude, Didi with the relevant Zelda titles. The Unwish Nap. Cyrus needs to stop staying up late, running himself ragged studying for exams. I used to do that in elementary school. They had us do monthly projects. I've probably talked about this on stream before. But there was one in particular, I didn't do the project at all. It was the last possible day. I stayed up until 5 a.m. working on it, skimming the book. Wrote a BS on the project, did some art for it. It was like a little foldable book. And I got an A on it. Man, that was awful. Imagine being 12 years old and doing the, like, college cram prep. Kind of sad that I never did that for actual college. Oh man, I slept through the entire thing. I pulled an all-nighter too, what a waste. Dude needs the all-night mask from Majora's Mask. You have a practical exam this afternoon. The theme of this practical exam will be battle. The key is to defeat many monsters and deal as much damage as you can in battle. Is your deck ready? Yes. I ain't gonna modify this for battle. Maybe for spell and trap card exam? Maybe for the litany of other ones like effect damage exam. Begin the practical exam. Yo, custom music for this. You know what? We played 3 separate games today with banger tracks. I cannot state enough how much I... Dude, Golden Sun soundtrack, based. Minish Cap soundtrack, unfathomably based. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy soundtrack, fucking based, bro. Of course, 2000 defense. Okay. I forget what Forgiving Maiden does, but it's nothing too bad if I remember correctly. Bro, these Zelda puns. Granadora. Okay. That regens life points for my opponent, but once Granadora is destroyed, I think he loses 2,000 life points. I'm gonna have to look at that too. At least we're not timed. I kinda hated that last time. Darkfire Soldier again. I don't know why Big Bang Shot is being put on Forgiving Maiden. Increase life points by 1,000 when it's sent to the graveyard, take 2,000. Okay. Well, I kinda hate this. But I think I'm gonna have to Dimensional Warrior Granadora. So my opponent is both not going to suffer 2,000 life point damage. I'm gonna suffer damage and also lose a monster. But you know what? It's probably the right move. Get rid of the 1900 attack on the field. Pretty glad I put that in my deck. I would prefer to have DD Warrior Lady though. She's much better in terms of offense. And I think you get to select if you use her effect proc. You don't just automatically use it every time. Yeah, so basically to give you a summary on Yu-Gi-Oh! Rules. You flip a coin to see who starts the duel. The person who starts the duel draws 6 cards. In fact, both players draw 6 cards. And you have the option of these 5 spaces, at least in Legacy Yu-Gi-Oh! You can place a monster in attack or defense. It used to be you could do face down attack and face down defense, but now it's only, you know, face down defense. Basically the stats you see in the bottom right hand corner, the top one is attack, the bottom one is defense. You can see attributes kind of near that too. This guy's a Pyro Flame. I think that's what it is. What does it say? An explosive expert from a special elite force. Dude, that was Isaac earlier. Alright. So, yeah, just like, I don't know. What else has statistics like this? Pokemon, I guess? If your attack is higher than your opponent's attack, you do damage to your opponent's life points. So that's 450. My opponent is down to 8550. The instructor, or the exam practitioner, the proctor, whatever. So for example, this card, Dragon Dwelling in the Cave. I can place this in defense. It has 2000 defense. Since defense goes face down, my opponent cannot see what the card is when they try to attack it. So if they attack that 2000 defense with weak attack, they suffer damage to their own life points. Perfect example. I have a lot of defense cards in this deck. And so this here is the monster card zone. This here is the spell and trap card zone. Sort of similar, you can place spell and trap cards face down or activate them right away. There's not really much advantage to having a face down spell or trap. Traps you have to have face down before you can activate them. Spell cards you can play right away depending on their effects. And there's a whole litany of effects. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about reading card effects. It never stops. So you sort of get synergies with, oh, that's Man-Eater Bug, with monster cards, spell cards, and trap cards all working together, interlinking, and intermingling. Didn't even go for the high attack monster, okay. This one right here is the fusion deck, sort of like what I'm talking about, synergies. If you use a spell card called Polymerization, you can fuse monster cards together to create stronger cards. I mean, there's tons of stuff like that. Here's the Field Spell Zone, sort of like a global buff you can apply to your monster cards. Also comes with additional effects sometimes. Here's the Graveyard. If your monsters are destroyed, they go here. If your monster is destroyed and it has a special effect to remove it from play, then it goes here. It's basically another graveyard, but for special monsters. And here's the deck. You randomly draw from it. Here's the cards in your hand, and I basically have explained Yu-Gi-Oh! There's not much more to learn aside from that, I guess. Alright, we got Man-Eater Bug, which destroyed one of our cards. That's an effect monster card. Whenever it's flipped face up, it allows the owner of the card to select any monster card on the field and destroy it. Have I played any? No, I don't have any spell cards yet. Let's see. Nothing over here is strong enough to use Copycat just yet, so I guess I go for the defense strats. Actually, no, you know what? We rarely see a defensive card go for the attack plays. Let's do it. Legend of Zelda the Fish Lab. Legend of Zelda the Reddish Zap. Fish Lab is also a dank Zelda reference. There's quite a few games where you enter into a fish lab. The one I think of most particularly is Majora's Mask. Kaizatai. I feel like you see this card so rarely. Okay, my opponent's just gonna keep regenerating life points, I guess. That's gonna play towards my favor for getting good points on the exam. Marie the Fallen One. Okay, I guess my dragon's going to the graveyard. Whatever, dude. I destroyed one monster card. That's what I care about. I always get Marie the Fallen One mixed up with the Forgiving Maiden for some reason. So what does Marie do? Automatically send to... No, this is just... If it's in the graveyard, increase your life points. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take that. I don't have 1700 attack or higher right now, so... Might as well steal that from Marie the Fallen One. And that's just gonna benefit my opponent if it's in the graveyard, so I guess I'll wait. I mean, he's gonna get more life points anyway. Legend of Zelda the Bet Piss Chap. You're taking the piss then. Okay, he brought back a Nimble MOMONGA. This guy is definitely going for the life point regen strats. Legend of Zelda the Brutish Camp. Okay, I'm done. It's cool, dude. I'm enjoying you stopping by and like having fun, dude. I'm not bothered at all. Anything to keep my noggin churning, dude. I'm doing that all the time, by the way. coming up with like alternate goofy names for stuff, so I don't blame you, it's fun. I think one of my favorite examples of all time is in Metal Gear Solid 2. If you lose, if you die, basically, it says mission failed. But later on in the game, it sort of like quote-unquote glitches out. It's just part of the story that it happens. But it gives you a fake game over screen and it says fission mailed, and I absolutely love that. Another Kaizatai. Which one was the best? Honestly, dude, it's NSFW, but Legend of Zelda, the fetish trap. I feel like that could be one of those Newgrounds fan games from like 2010. That's definitely one of those you see on like 18 plus on Newgrounds. You're like, what the hell is this? This is actually a real Zelda game. I'm not returning 2 monsters. That would be nice if my opponent had 2 spaces there. I got Nightmare Steel Cage, okay. I don't need to use this just yet. I always worry about that with my LGBTQ plus friends. I guess, according to some people, it's not the whole board, but I guess trap is an offensive term to some people. I feel bad about that. I usually just try to use people's preferred pronouns and try not to like comment on their gender or anything like that. It usually just, you know, makes people uncomfortable, so I try to avoid it at all costs almost. Alright, we're doing good. Soaking up the damage, but my opponent has so much life points. Heavy Storm, bro. What do I have face down? Magic Jammer? Okay, that's just gonna clear the board of Kaizatai. If anything, that helped him. It was like a trick for me to... It's like the AI was checking if I was paying attention. If I would use Magic Jammer. Okay, we got defense going here. Hopefully he does not have Mirror Force. I searched Legend of Zelda Fetish Trap on Google and the first result was an Xvideo video. Flushed. Don't look that up, bro. I'm absolutely not surprised. There you go. You know what? The favorite had to be a real thing, too. For the memes, homie. For the memes. Not safe link. Do not click. Okay, we finally got some offense on the board. I almost feel like I should try and bait out whatever the face-down trap card is here. But I do have Nightmare Steel Cage in case my opponent whips out something powerful, so I guess we'll go for life point damage. I'm not sure if I want to draw this duel out or not. I wonder if you deck out this particular exam, if he fails you. Like, dude, you're supposed to do life point damage and destroy monsters, and you did not. Wait, no, I did everything right there. I thought I skipped out on summoning 7 colored fish. Okay, that kind of sucks. I would have liked to have both Magician of Faith and Nightmare Steel Cage, but that's okay. It's just tech. Would have been good. Synergy in my hand. Oh. And we got the Ritual spell card we can't use anymore. Okay, I guess I'll toss out Zombria for the offensive defense. I can't attack directly with this, but it's going to prevent my opponent from summoning anything too powerful, at least. 2 Marie the Fallen one in the graveyard, okay. Enjoy your life point regen, I suppose. 3 face downs on the field, that does not bode well. If I can get Meteor Dragon, we can do the fusion summon, which would be fucking based. We have UBK, it's gonna get up to 1500 if I flip Charcoal and Pachi, and then if I get another fire-type monster, that'd be pretty good. I think I'm just gonna go defense and hope that his face-down spell and trap cards aren't too dangerous. Might as well use Zombria to his fullest. Oh, that's kind of sad. Magic Cylinder still takes effect with Zombria. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't work because he can't attack directly, but whatever. Now I really gotta watch out attacking with this thing. If he has 2 magic cylinders, I could lose here. I don't know what happens if you lose the exam. I do want Red Eyes on the field, but I don't see any reason to summon it just yet. All your recently used emojis. That frickin' bee is so cute. Hey Guys is a classic. I don't know why, I think it's just because it's cute anime, but I love Tihi Pilo. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Not like this is perfect. You could've... Dude, that's... What you searched on Google, you not like this to that. I can't really afford to suffer more life point damage, so I guess, I'm gonna, like, wait. Right? Yeah. The worst he can do is attack my 2100 attack monster. I don't post LOL enough on Twitch. It's such a good emote, but I'm jaded by the Discord I'm in, the Grotto. It's a old school RuneScape related Discord. I knew he was gonna summon something. Guardian Angel Joan, okay. Yeah, in that server they have Omega LOL and Hyper Omega LOL, so I'm completely jaded. I have the upgrades. Draw phase, activate the effect of a spell or trap monster. What? Oh, it's because I got Book of Moon, which is a quick play card. Well, I'm immediately... Actually, what's your defense? 2,000. I guess I go for Fissure, and if that doesn't work, then we try and do Book of Moon. Ugh. Magic Jammer, dude. Okay, but he tossed a ritual card. So, I guess I just gotta hope that this works. Dude, loving the cats in the chat. Book of Moon into Red Eyes Black Dragon, and I just hope that he does not negate this. Don't trap hole my summon, and I don't know. Don't do negate attack either. I'm gonna keep Charcoal and Pachi just because I might still be able to pull off that fire synergy with UBK Ultimate Baseball Kid. I mean, you get 2 fire types on the field. You're golden with that thing. It's 2,500. You should review Happy Tree Friends. Good God. That is a callback. On live. Dude, hold up. Let me turn on my on live so we can play Flash games exclusively for that console. Happy Tree Friends, dude. That reminds me of like grade school. That was so long ago. I remember watching that and Foamy the Squirrel and just being utterly blown away. I didn't know cartoons could be so, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Happy Tree Friends is a YouTube series? Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure it started on Newgrounds, though, as like a Flash video animation. It's been around for a long time, dude. I know about Happy Tree Friends. I didn't know cartoons could be so vulgar, that's what I was trying to say. I had no clue, dude. I guess we stick with Red Eyes and just go without summoning anything, because I can't afford to take too much damage here. We just gotta chunk away with Red Eyes. I might still look into it. I was thinking, you know, not to copy Charlie. I already did like a Let's Watch anyway of Yu-Gi-Oh! Earlier. Like, what is it, 2 weeks now? 2 weeks ago? We did Yugi versus Joey. I've been thinking of doing like a YouTube Let's Watch segment or something like that. I already have a couple of, at least one full series in mind that I wanted to watch with Twitch, and then, you know, maybe make a compilation video of it after the fact. But yeah, I'd like to check out some content live on stream, do some like just chatting, Let's Watch stuff. But it's up in the air, dude. You know, I'm kind of a video game variety streamer. It's hard to come up with like the creative juices for videos to watch together. It's hard to source all of the fun, cool content, both the popular and the obscure stuff, because, like, I don't know, I want to do a full 6-hour stream of it, you know? Just, let's all together watch some stupid, funny YouTube videos and laugh. But yeah, I've got at least one content creator stuff in mind for one of those segments in the future. I mean, it's gonna be a banger of a stream when we do it, but it's probably planned for further out. I got some stuff I want to watch with the boys, with all of you following, and just random people that pop in, you know? But I'd like to get some more consistent content. I don't want to do just the one guy. Maybe it could be like, you know, we do the like let's watch of that guy's content, and I do the edited compilation, and then we can do a regular YouTube let's watch. Maybe it's just part of the let's watch. I don't know. Timmy Lorex. The Tim jokes. Sora, my Tims. I wish I could go back. One day we will be able to traverse the territory of Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2 again. But man, I gotta reach into the old hard drive and the gaming rig that does not work right now and obtain that. Bro, HANE just made a fatal mistake. It could have sent back Red Eyes, but because I talked about this last stream of this game, it could have sent back Red Eyes, the 2400 attack monster, but instead it chose UFO Turtle, the 1400 attack monster, because it was still capable of attacking. Bad plays on the AI's side here, dude. I think it's scared of me playing UBK or something. Haven't we chunked away all of our fire types, though? No, that's right, that was the previous duel. I guess we got a couple more. Random question, do I like Smash Remix? Yeah, I had a blast playing that. Felt like it was a little too sweaty, though. I was trying to, like, keep up with the commentary while playing it, and I don't know, I like fighting games a lot. I love Smash Brothers, dude. Like, I was there for the first one on the N64, which is what Smash Remix is based off of. I love Smash Bros, but I don't know, I feel like it's hard to commentate. I feel like I'm just describing my side B attacks. I feel like I'm better at Soul Calibur and Tekken and stuff like that than I am Smash Bros nowadays. I'm like the melee purist who mains Marth. That's me to a T. So... No! I'm gonna fail. Oh no, dude. That's gonna be just enough life point damage. Oh no, I failed the exam. Do I get to attempt this again? Total damage dealt 20,350. Good god. The new character in Smash Remix is Wolf. Okay. Well, like I said in the first part of this stream, I'm probably gonna try and stay in Slifer Red as long as I can. That's disappointing that I put in my best effort and I still lost, but hey, we get to stay in Slifer Red. That's the most important part. I'm ranked number 4. Above Alexis and Chaz. God. That's game. The practical exam was a piece of cake. There were classes today. I'm gonna go home and duel Cyrus. I flunked again. I'll never be king of games. Yeah, I think that's Jaden's responsibility. Yeah, I mean, if there's a bunch more content, not just the new character, maybe we'll play some more Smash Remix. Last time I streamed it, it was just a 1-hour playthrough, because, to be honest with you, I was like super hyped, but also really tired that day, so kinda not surprised I only did an hour of it. It was fun though. I definitely want to go back and check out more fighting games. Especially modded fighting games, and in particular Smash Bros. I kind of want to play Mugen at one point too, but that is like a whole can of worms. That's gonna take us like 10 streams to even scratch the surface. Congratulations, you passed. Too bad, but your title doesn't change, Apprentice Duelist. If you're serious about becoming the best, win at least 10 duels, I believe in you. I haven't won 10 duels yet? Due to your results, you're dormant as Sliferette, study hard. I could have swore I've done way more duels than that. You have mail. You watch BFDI and love it. I don't know who that is, but cool. If you do well on the test and switch dorms, you'll gain more friends to talk with. Wow, thanks. Thanks for the advice on making friends. What's BFDI? I want to check out Rivals of Ether or Rivals of Ether, whichever way it's pronounced. That apparently has a ton of modded characters with their own custom movesets and everything. Even just the base game, I've played it before and it looks super interesting. But the modded version looks awesome. Can I duel Chaz? Do I hear a fly buzzing? Oh, it's you. You're Apprentice Duelist and you want to duel me? Get out of here, know your role. Oh, that face. BFDI is a YouTube series. It's based on Total Drama Island. You know what? Growing up, I saw a little bit of that show. Not gonna lie, dude. It kind of made me cringe a bit. It's a bit crungo. And now there's like 3 different versions of Total Drama Island. Or something like that. I don't know, dude. I grew up watching Survivor and Fear Factor. So the whole stranded on an island game show contest thing. Kind of like a... I don't want to go back to it, it scares me. It's like returning into hell or something after you've escaped after so long. Okay, I think I'm gonna Blazing Enpachi, and then hopefully I get more fire types on the field. Never mind, this is gonna be Trample. Yup, called it. Okay, went for the optimal play and totally got stomped. I mean, if it's good, I might peek it. I feel like a lot of my time on YouTube nowadays is just uploading stuff. Not even checking out videos. I do set aside some time here and there to check out both new obscure content and also check out my favorite regulars. But there's just so much to take in nowadays. I feel like back in 2006 when I first joined YouTube, there was like a select subset of things that you watch. And that was basically it. Like, once you traversed enough of YouTube back then, you went deep enough, you had basically watched all the memes for that month. It ain't the same. The algorithm ain't the same either. Probably told this story 100 million times, but on my old YouTube channel, which no longer exists, I deleted it because all of the cringe videos. I had one video that reached almost 300,000 views. It was called My Reaction to Skyrim. And it was literally just me taking every possible tag that I thought would be popular, stacking them all on top of each other, and taking like popular YouTubers' names at the time, making them into tags, and then just making the last tag Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And it was a 30-minute video of me making a weird face. Or 30-second video of me making a weird face. 300,000 views. I'll never live that down, dude. I'll never forget it either. You already played Rivals of Ether. Ether? Which one is it, dude? Yo, Ether. Great moves. Keep it up. I agree, the mods for that game look awesome. I couldn't tell you what I've seen, because I don't remember, but I seem to remember like some really dank memes and also just fitting characters. The mechanics are really close to Smash Bros, which I appreciate. And it's got that arcadey versus beat 'em up style to it, which is awesome. I genuinely can't do anything here. I guess I gotta copycat Penguin Soldier and hope that he doesn't play anything stupid. He's not really doing his card effects here either. I guess he just doesn't have anything in his hand. Alright. At least he doesn't have anything face down in Spell and Trap card zone. And for 2 face downs, that's kind of surprising. I ain't gonna stress about it, dude, though. It's to my advantage. My spell card will do wonders. Pot of Greed. Okay. Mad Dog of Darkness. God. Okay. Maybe I should have waited a turn. I can still negate attack, though, which is nice. I doubt he has anything to count. Never mind. He's gonna counter with 7 Tools of the Bandit. Yup. Someone watching this might think, hey, how are you calling these cards? Like, is the audio for the stream behind the video? No, I just know what it is. I know what it's gonna be. So predictable. I taught you better, he says. I don't know, I don't think this guy has a legitimate teacher's degree. Where'd you get your teaching license? Online? Where did you get this? The internet? I love that line. Okay, I mean, we got Dark Elf now. It's not amazing, but I can probably do something with it. Tell me a joke, dude. That's the classic thing you say to a streamer. I don't have any jokes on backlog. What do you think this is, a stand-up comedy routine? I feel like I'm playing Streamer Life Simulator with you asking me that question. Hey streamer, are you crazy, yes or no? Which option do I pick today? I need to play that game on stream, but it's probably just gonna make me mad. Like, I'll have a ton of fun and then I'll be like, at the end of the 5-hour stream of it, I'll be like, wait, I just got 10,000 followers in this game, but my Twitch account still only has 35. Okay, at least I know my opponent can't really do much about this. Hopefully he doesn't summon anything too strong. And then I guess I can Giga Gaga Giga or just play something similar attack. Hopefully I get 1900 attack. Summoning Guy the Fierce Knight. This guy's got the meta plays. Okay, here's a joke because I don't know why I always remember this one. It's just dumb as hell. A guy walks into a bar. He says, ow. There you go. That's probably the laziest, cheapest one I could have done. Okay, I've got Magician of Faith. So I can pull Tribute to the Doom back out, I guess. Aqua Madour in attack position. Are you crazy? Oh, that's gonna be Gaia direct attacking with 2300. That's a big yikes, bro. Anything else I want to grab instead of that? No. I'll take Tribute to the Doom, dude. I don't know if I can play anything to counter. Let's just see what happens, I guess. Okay, he has no cards in his hand. Heavy Storm? Okay, I lose. I'm just gonna surrender so we can skip the whole turn change sequence, I guess. Yeah. I still want to duel that cat. Let's try him again. Maybe I'll get the cat duel. Nope. Guess we're not gonna get the cat duel. I'm not too good at jokes. You know, I like to say stuff and sometimes it comes across as a joke. Sometimes I make people laugh with the things I say, but I'm not good at on-the-spot stand-up comedy sort of thing. It's never really been my forte. I'm more of like a sarcastic, ironic kind of joker. We live in a society. I still need to watch that movie. I just said the other day I finally watched the Batman trilogy a couple years ago. I mean, this was a while back, of course, but I had been sleeping on it for the longest time. Maybe it's finally time for me to watch Joker 2019 or whenever it came out. Just Backfire. I don't want to chain, but it's gonna keep asking me to use Backfire. Okay, my opponent's just shuffling his entire deck into his hand, apparently. It's a draw phase. Activate the effect of a spell trap effect monster. What do I even have to use? Book of Moon. I'm gonna go for the piercing damage here on Spear Dragon. I feel like you rarely ever get to see it. And I absolutely don't want to use Book of Moon. It's probably gonna stick two of my monsters in defense. I think this is negate attack. Yeah. Okay. That's all swell and dandy. Means I maintain that superiority of offensive defense. Attack higher than what my opponent can play. Okay, that's just Goblin Attack Force back in my hand. Curse of Dragon. That's kind of spooky. Okay. Axe of Despair buffed. Curse of Dragon, that is scary. That's basically a free Blue Eyes. Classic Kaiba dude, he thinks his stupid 3000 attack dragon card is so powerful that he has to find the fourth version of it, the fourth copy in all of the world, and rip it in half. Well, you best believe I'm gonna... How much defense does Curse of Dragon have? 1500? You best believe I'm gonna play Dark Elf and Book of Moon that bad boy in the defense. 6,900 life points. Nice. It's gonna destroy Axe of Despair as well, which is kind of neat. So at least we're even attack. And I just hope that face down ain't bad. Okay, nice. Curse of Dragon is erased. My Curse of Dragon, now I am the one being taught a lesson. Haha, so now the student becomes the teacher. Student becomes the master. Card Destruction. Always whenever I have advantageous cards in my hand, that's played. And you got... Dude. Half of the game is contending with opponent's back row. What is this? Tribute to the Doomed. Magic Jammer. Okay. I guess I go defense and just hope that it's not... anything? Streamer, tell me a story. Penguin Soldier, bro. You're really gonna play that move? Black Pendant on Penguin Soldier? No, I'm not gonna negate that. That's stupid. 1250 Penguin Soldier. I mean, I guess. It's probably the strongest penguin card in all of the universe. Luster Dragon. Let's play 7 colored fish first, just in case my opponent has something stupid in the back row. This should at least get rid of some advantage. Nope. This is why I'm the teacher and you're the student. Man, I'm getting my life points chunked. You'd think with a 60 card deck I'd have some advantage. He's... what? Bro. You don't get to pull that move. I could have negated Black Pendant, but absolutely I'm not having this. Get rid of Charcoal and Pachi. I like the defense, but... oh, come on. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose now. Dude, what's up with the Headmaster just destroying me today? I haven't won a single duel. Alright. I guess I negate attack and just hope something changes here. God. It's like right whenever I pull out the mouse to hit the mute button on OBS, that's the peak of the sirens outside being loud as hell and like right as they're passing by. Ugh. Can't do anything about it. Okay, I mean, he doesn't have much advantage. Why did I think my life points were... Huh? Where... Okay, I played negate attack, I know that much, but... Huh? I thought I had way less life points than this. Okay. I'd like the tribute to the doomed, but we have confirmed this face down card right there is nothing to worry about, so... I guess I'll go for the 1900 attack. Because I don't really necessarily want to expend 1000 life points just for an extra 100 damage. Dark Elf can come out onto the board later on, I think. God. Yeah, sorry about the sirens in the background. I try to prevent it, but it's just ever present, dude. Now it's really snowing outside. Hey, it's time for a snowman. Watch out for Jack Frost. God. Okay, Snatch Steal's giving me life points, but I feel like I still had vastly less than what I had before. Whatever, dude. Dude, these face downs are kind of sussing me out. I'm gonna tribute to the Doom this sucker. It's my own damn card. Get rid of Giant Red Sea Snake, I guess. Always have a blast making snow angels. I don't know, man. It's just neato to me. And of course, I was the kid that always writes their name in the snow. You know what I'm talking about. Eventually, though, you run out of ink in the inkwell. Wink, wink. Heavy Storm, okay. I'll immediately get rid of Backfire for this. Hell yeah, dude. What did my opponent have in his back row? Trap Hole, 7 Tools of the Bandit. Okay. Wasn't too dangerous. I think I'm gonna trade off. I could have 100 extra life point damage here, but I think I just want to make sure that my opponent doesn't get any advantage on me, so Dark Elf going to the graveyard. It's unlikely he plays anything now. He doesn't have any cards in his hand, none on the field. I don't have a hand either, but massive advantage on the field. The home field advantage. I should have done my math there. That would have been turn end, or that would have been victory if I kept it Dark Elf, but whatever. Unless this is Karibo, it doesn't matter. Though he does not have Karibo in his hand, that is the Giga Gaga Gigo victory. How unprecedented. Oh my god. I don't know why I just remembered this. I was making fun of Bastion Misawa from exactly this game. And this was in the previous stream of this, right? So I make fun of him and I upload the VOD on YouTube. What do I see whenever I look up Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? You know, the mechanics to beat the game, how to beat Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? What do I see when I look this up on DuckDuckGo? Let me find it. Look at this screenshot, bro. Heh, pushes glasses up nose. According to my formulated Sigma male quantum duel theory, that is literally my video on the front page of DuckDuckGo for that search. What did I search? How to beat Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy. Bro. I think my SEO is going through the ceiling right now. I don't know what I did for the tags on that, but damn. One of the first results on DuckDuckGo, bro. Yes. Tomorrow you're gonna go live. Most likely, we don't have a 6 GB video to upload. So, it is extremely likely I'll just have to pause whatever uploads I'm doing in the interim. But yes, I absolutely plan on it tomorrow. It would be a bad idea, but I kind of want to play more Kenshi. Kenshi Randomizer. We'll see what we play tomorrow, but yeah, absolutely that's the plan. We'll see what it is. And I've got a lot of content to upload, so... right after this stream is done, we're gonna have these 3 VODs. The Kenshi Rando's gonna go up today, so after this stream of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy is over, go check out the Stream VOD channel. It's in the About section on my Twitch account. Go ahead, click that link, give me a follow, subscribe, and yeah, the Kenshi Genesis mod randomizer is going to be up a little later today. I'm going to link it in the Discord as I usually do with all of my VODs. And after that, I'm going to upload the Ruby Rando. You know how it goes. We do VODs on this channel. We take those, boys. Let's go. Where we dropping, etc. How many times am I going to do that, like, series of meme chains? I'm chained to the memes. Oh my god. It reminds me of one of those videos Charlie showed off on stream yesterday. It's a YouTube video of this guy who fends off an attacker, like a home invader with a battle axe. And dude, it's incredulous, but I guess it's real. The whole story is, so I was sitting in my apartment watching Rick and Morty playing video games when a guy named Axel comes in and I fended him off with my axe. Oh, and it was after a long day of LARPing. Good god. Like, how many things could you cram into one sentence for maximum cringe? Okay, he stole Zombie of the Dark. But I guess my opponent had one of those moments of clarity where he sees exactly how much defense I have, even though it is a face-down monster card. Give me my Zombria back. I think I'm gonna go for the Dark Elf play, dude. And also flip up my defense. You don't see Giant Soldier of Stone attacking very often, but I want this extra DPS. That's Koala, dude. Ugh. Wait, it was 1900. Nice. I don't know why I thought his attack was 1700. Des Koala does damage. Not enough, though. And the life points are equivalent for just a minute before I absolutely decimate him with 3300 damage. He's probably got about one more turn left in him. And pretty much no matter what he does, I think I'm gonna one turn kill. I'm gonna finish him off next turn. Time to rock this. I activate my spell card, Pot of Greed. Delicious. I think I'm gonna have some grilled cheese sandwiches after this one. I had a chicken and cheese sandwich earlier. Orange chicken, that is. It's pretty base, dude. I don't know, it's real simple, but just hits right, you know what I'm saying? Giant Red Sea Snake. I think I'm gonna do the Dark Elf attack here. It's likely his face down is Mirror Force, just predicting how annoying this AI is. Actually, I should do Zombria. It's unlikely it's the same card he had face down before. Let me guess. Yup, Mirror Force. I mean, statistically, you stick 4 attack monsters on the field. Your opponent has a face down trap card that activates. It's probably Mirror Force. The AI cheats. Premature Burial. He is absolutely destroying his own life points. That's for a Death Koala in face-up attack mode. Okay, dude. I mean, sure. The Death cards. I don't really feel like Chomley has much of a strategy. I almost called him Kenshi. That tells you where my mind's at. He only really has the Master of Oz, which is a fusion summon combo. I have nothing but defense and Dimensional Warrior. Good stuff. Well, I want to take out the thing with Equip, because I feel like he's going to double down and equip even more to that. I don't know, I guess I could take out Death's Wombat. Well, that thing soaks damage anyway, so... guess I'll just get it out of the way and tank some extra life point damage from Death's Koala. I should have stayed in bed. Me this morning. Alright, what has Chumley got up his sleeve? He's going defense. The music's slowing down like it's not intense anymore, but dude, he's got like one turn left in him after this. Although I said that last time. Alright, let's do optimal plays. I'm actually gonna take out Death Wombat first, right? Yeah, 300 defense. Because if I attack that face down right away with Sombria or Axe Raider, and it's, you know, HANE or something, then I just lose potential advantage. It's Gaku Gire Panda, which I don't really understand why anybody uses that. What's the effect on this thing? The attack of this card increases by 500 points for every monster on your opponent's side of the field. When it attacks... okay, this is just saying it does piercing damage. Okay. So it gets stronger if your opponent's field is... what? The more cards your opponent has, the stronger it becomes, but you don't ever want that. I was watching Picaz pre-play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, and he was kind of shitting on Neospatial Glow Moss, which is fair. Its effect is kind of weird. But the whole time he was like describing its effect and like how he doesn't like it. I still love that card. There's a couple of games where you can readily access it in Legacy, and if you get the right setup, you can completely brick your opponent's deck. It really just depends on what you know about their card distribution, but if you have something that can predict the next card they draw, it is so good. I love it. For stall burn decks or just any deck out combo, it's amazing. You want some Milky. Milky Wilky Uwu. Milk truck have arrived. I think it's kind of funny that we used to have Milkman deliver milk. Like, that's such an outdated job. I wonder if people still get milk delivered like that. Aside from, you know, the Blue Apron shills or whatever. Yeah, I go to blueapron.com and I use discount code 69XD to get 5% off of my Blue Apron orders. I spend $150 a week on really shitty food combo recipes that don't taste good. Go check them out. There's the paid sponsorship for today. Go check out Red Chef ad. It's my dropshipping scam program affiliate link. You have to download the app and it installs Food Virus. I don't know what the hell I'm saying with this, dude. I'm just trying to make the memes. I think I'm gonna go with defense meta this time. There's a lot of back row cards that I don't want to contend with. Of course, the meta plays, dude. Pot of Greed, Mirror Force. Diane Keto, the Cure Master. Black Pendant, bro. Come on. To Dekoichi the Battle Chanted Train Car. What kind of stupid name is that? Well, its effect is not the one I dislike. It's just the Dekoichi effect. So, I still have tribute material on the field, I guess. Let me see. Copycat is original attack, right? Yeah. What the hell is Dekoichi's effect? Draw one card. Okay. I'm gonna keep going... Well, I thought that was defense for a second. I'm probably gonna have to pull out the Nightmare Steel Cage in a second. Screw it, dude. Let's go for offense. It might help. No, it's Trap Hole. At least I tried. Well, it's possible he pulls out a synergy here. But I kind of want him to summon whatever it is. Because if he pulls something high attack, I can copycat it. Big Core. Okay. Sick Gradius reference. Let me see, since Big Core has more attack points, it can destroy your Aqua Madour. Wow. Quick maths. 2 + 2, that's 4. Quick maths. You're wide open. Who came up with this name? Dekoichi the Battle Chanted Train Card. Ugh. That's a real mouthful. Doesn't even say the whole thing. Yeah, I'm gonna copycat. What is Big Core's primary effect? Could have swore this is like an equip card. It has a timer on it though. What the hell is it? 2 turns. Put 3 counters on this card when you normal summon it. This card is not destroyed as a result of battle. Yikes. This card battles a monster. Remove 1 counter from this card at the end of the damage step. Okay, so it's destroyed after all counters are removed. Easy. I think I'm gonna pop down Nightmare Steel Cage. Okay. Well, that tells me what his face down is, at least. You know what, I'm not too salty about that because that revealed his back row. So really, all you gotta worry about... I don't think the AI is smart enough to attack with Big Core. So, I mean, normally if you attack a monster with the same attack as you... As the... Let me backtrack. This thing has 2300, Copycat has 2300. Normally, if 2 2300 attack monsters attack each other, they both get destroyed. But because of Big Core's effect, he can attack a Copycat. I don't think he's smart enough to do that, though. This spell card, but... Come on. You're really gonna pull out the equip card for that? Damn it, dude. Of course, he's gotta give me the quick maths line on top of that. Why not? This is kind of what I expected the first time I dueled Cyrus in this game. He just sort of rips you apart if he gets the right synergy. Okay. Man-Eater Bug is nice to see, finally. Trapple didn't... Oh, Bokoichi is 500 attack and defense. That's why Trapple didn't work. Good stuff. Summon HANE. That was a waste of a potential good move. I'm gonna immediately Man-Eater Bug his 2800 attack. And since its effect is only battle, nice, it goes straight to the graveyard. I should play a Kirby game. I was actually thinking about that recently. I've said this a couple of times. I have a big playlist of music, VGM, video game soundtracks that I like to listen to. Have it on my phone and on this stream PC. You've heard it on stream before, I'm sure. And I was listening to Kirby music the other day and I was like, damn. I really should get around to playing another Kirbo game. So, I'm not sure which one I want to do. I feel like Nightmare in Dreamland is the big comfy one, because that was like... the one I saw the commercial of as a kid, and I was like, I gotta have it. So So we might check that out, because I've already done the first Kirby game I ever earned. Ever owned? I may have earned it, I don't know. I was too young to get like you know, an allowance, so who knows if I earned Kirby 64 in the Crystal Shards. Yeah, we've already done 64 Crystal Shards, so that's off the table. I mean, I could go back and do the 100% playthrough, but God knows I hate to do that. We already did as 100% as I would like, which is getting the true final boss. I could do Nightmare in Dreamland. There's another Kirby GBA game that I can't remember the name of. Is it The Amazing Mirror? I have not gotten very far in that one. I don't know why. I guess I just always defaulted to Nightmare in Dreamland as a kid. There's some Kirby DS games. I do want to play Kirby Air Ride, but that is such a damn undertaking, dude. It's like, good God, to really enjoy the full experience for that, you gotta get the achievements. And it's like, ugh. Some of the achievements are so fun, and like getting full completion is the real pain in the ass. It is one of my favorite games of all time. Not even just one of my favorite Kirby games, one of my favorite any games. But it is quite the chore. And you can only play so much Battle City mode or whatever it's called before it just gets repetitive. There is a, I don't want to say open source, there's like a kind of PC remake of that game, Kirby Air Ride. It's called Air Ride Madoki, and I think it supports mods. There's a couple of custom maps. I think there's custom air ride machines, which are like the vehicles that Kirby rides in that game. There's a lot of additional content to check out, I think, but I think also the modding community kind of gave up on it, maybe? Because I tried looking real hard and I couldn't find too much. Most of the custom content comes with it. So I'm just gonna do an autonomous action unit. He doesn't have anything that can really hurt me now. So I'm gonna take the big core. Now it's mine. Nice. And now I have supreme advantage because I can Penguin Soldier whatever its face down is, and then return Penguin Soldier to my hand. Infinite Penguin Soldier. I guess I could attack with it too, but why would I? Because I can do 1800. He'll have 50 life points left, and then I do 2300 on top of that. Overkill damage. Apparently Kirby and the Amazing Yarn was really fun and cool. I never owned it, but my friends recommended it a lot. I guess you can't die in that game, which is kind of funny. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely want to check out more Kirby. I love Kirby. There's a meme. I think it's, God, I can't remember the artist's name. It's the guy that did the Sun's Out, Guns Out comic. Or no, it's Moon's Out, Goons Out. Sun's Out, Guns Out. I wonder if there's an alternate version with that. Yeah, it's that guy that made that comic. It's, he made a comic that's like, I'm such a great gamer, I love many games. And then the next panel says, but do you like Kirby? And he's like, not really, it's okay, but... And then the final panel is a buff dude about to kick his ass for not liking Kirby. I completely identify with that. Only real gamers like Kirby. Okay, we got the Needleworm, we got the Incandescent Ordeal. Maybe we can do the Ritual Monster? I'd like to. What do we got? Okay, way too much face down. It's happening too much in this. GX Duel Academy is so predictable sometimes. Maneater Bug. Obviously, it's gonna pick the advantageous move because sometimes the AI just straight up cheats. He's gonna put Axe of Despair on Maneater Bug. Okay, at least I get the chunk part of his deck. Remove 5 cards. I'm not gonna negate attack this. Dude, I said this before with something else. If you see Giant Axe of Despair on Maneater Bug, something's wrong. Okay, that played to his advantage, but you're really gonna pull Penguin Soldier out of the graveyard? God. I guess, dude, if it's the only move you can make. I don't see that as optimal plays. Especially when I can pull just Lady Assailant of Flames, which is stronger than Maneater Bug with an axe. Nice. Alright, definitely get rid of that. I don't want to see it. Let me guess, negate attack, magic cylinder. It's all the same cards, dude. Fill your deck with 3 times magic cylinder, 3 times Wabuku, 3 times negate attack, 3 times mirror force, 3 times Potic Reed. What else we got here? 3 times Axe of Despair, 3 times Black Pendant. There you go. How many cards is that? Like 24? You only need 16 more to make a concrete deck. Okay, there ain't really much going on here except back row. This is why I'm the teacher and you're the student. I feel like when you heard that in middle school, high school, whatever, it was almost always from the teacher that was real uppity. Like the one who never deserved to say anything like that. Dude, high school was 10 years ago for me. That's ancient history at this point. I'm gonna go for maximum DPS, go for the 1400 life point damage here. Some nice piercing damage on Penguin Soldier. Gonna stick my Spear Dragon in defense, but that's fine. That is the point of Spear Dragon this early on. You get the 1900 attack, you get the piercing. It's a trade-off, but it works well until you trade it out for, you know, some other 1900 attack normal monster. Alright, I was gonna say we're doing good, but then I saw Penguin Soldier ruining my day. Was that the pro gamer move? I still have 1500 on the field. If anything, he's just doing me a favor by sending back that Spear Dragon. Because I'm probably gonna do it now. I can just do piercing damage again. Got Nightmare Steel Cage. Love to see it. I'm gonna do it, dude. It might scare him seeing 1900 attack on the field. You never know with Yu-Gi-Oh! AI. It gets scared at the slightest things. It's Hane. I'm just gonna be able to keep doubling down on the 1900 attack, I guess. No, that's right. He's gonna send back the only monster capable of attacking right now. But I have Trap Hole, so he is fucked. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, now I'm gonna be the one to play the back row trap cards. But I stand corrected. I do want to go defense. I'm gonna Lady Assailant just to do chip damage. Maybe Spear Dragon can do the thing. Is there a randomizer of Kirby? I don't know. Maybe for, I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. There's a Kirby game where you collect a bunch of items. There might be a randomizer for that one that randomizes the items you get from chests. I'm not talking about like ability items, I'm talking like key items. You know, you open a chest and it gives you a big fat burger. Stuff like that. Can't remember the name of that one, but that's potentially a randomizer for Kirby. I don't really know what you could randomize for it. Forgot to switch my Spear Dragon into attack mode. Yeah, there's a big website. If you just look up You might be able to search game randomizers. I think that'll bring you to the website. Someone has a public website that just lists a bunch of game randomizers on it and includes the links with it. It's a pretty good site. Some of the randomizers on the list are outdated in my opinion, but it is pretty reliable. I'm gonna keep one monster in defense. Actually, you know what? I'll stick Dimensional Warrior down too. Just in case we get mirror forced. It's inevitable, dude. I feel like the AI is so selective on purpose here. If you have 2 monster cards and 2 defense cards, it's not advantageous to use Mirror Force, so the AI just swaps it out or something. Just gives you negate attack instead. Okay, we're doing pretty good, I think. I can use this to destroy face up or face down, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just gonna give me quick advantage. What was that? I want to peek the graveyard. That was HANE, another... What the hell is this deck, dude? HANE, 2, Penguin Soldier, Man-Eater Bug, Axe of Despair, Penguin Soldier. If you need help on making a Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy meta deck, just take notes from this guy. God. Although I don't think you need Blackland Fire Dragon. It's kind of a cheap card. Cheap as in, worthless. Okay, the fact that he used negate attack last time instills confidence in me that he doesn't have anything useful. He does not. So that's gonna be game. Finally, I got my revenge. Go for the optimal DPS here. Alright. Nice. I would love to get the duel against Pharaoh, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Maybe I have to beat the Headmaster 5 times before I even unlock Cat Duel. Who knows? Alright, it's mandatory shop day. I don't know why this happens, but I welcome it with open arms. I don't have to physically go to the shop myself, it just forces me to. I think I'm gonna double down on effect monsters. Maybe do 10 packs. And then probably just do spell collections. Even distribution. Just about, at least. That should give me some good advantageous cards. Let's see what we get. Needle Ball. Is that Kuribo? Okay. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Timmy. Hey, Penguin Soldier. 2 Penguin Soldier. Dude, we're gonna build that deck I was just talking about. Lots of Machine King. Can I get 3 Penguin Soldier? Oh my god, we're getting so many good cards. And so many trash ones on top of that. Lots of duplicates. I will absolutely put 2 Penguin Soldier in my deck. Card Destruction, Nobleman, or Crossout. Nice. Anything else here? Nope, just trash. Well, I got some really good stuff. I did get Kuribo, huh. I could put that in my deck, but honestly, it's probably just gonna be a brick in my hand. 2 Penguin Soldier, though, is like game-changing. Whoa. I guess we skipped October 1st just to go to the shop. You want to duel me? Whatever, Bren. If you want to duel an elite duelist like me, raise your rank. Remember that, but that's probably too hard for a dunce like you. I'm the Chaz. Okay, we just wasted 3 days on that. You have mail. To raise your rank, it's important to win your duels. Thanks, Sigma Mail. Appreciate it, Bastion. Stay on that grind set, dude. I accidentally took a Time Wizard. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I absolutely don't care for it. Let's do some cleaning. There's probably a bunch of trash in here I don't need. Like UFO turtle. I like the fire synergies, but I don't need it. So I want at least 2 of those penguin soldiers. So that's easy. What else did we get? Card destruction I really want. Because that's just advantageous. I wish I had, it's probably not in the effect monster pack, but I wish I had Cyberjar. That would be amazing. 2 man-eater bugs, okay. Guess we're removing something else then. I have Morphing Jar times 3. I honestly don't want to run Morphing Jar unless I have Cyberjar, so that's 3 times Penguin Soldier in my deck. I'm gonna remove Backfire just to have that. What else can I get rid of? Honestly, dude, the legendary Flame Lord is not a good synergy. It's a decent attack ritual monster, but we have not really seen it. Okay, and then where is card destruction? It's basically a free draw 5. There it is. It's limited, but we're taking it anyway. I can actually fit 1 more card. And I think 60 card deck is pretty good for now. Upstart Goblin is okay. There it is. No elemental crossout, dude. Excellent for face downs. I used to not really care for it, but it's a pretty decent card. You've got mail. What's your advice now? When dueling Cyrus in the morning, he sometimes acts really weird. It looks like he's staring at some weird card in his deck. Okay, story progression, I guess. Dude, we are accelerating through the week. I'm studying and getting emails and going to sleep. I heard that the real headmaster is in Slifer Red, and he attacks the strongest duelist in the dorm. Aw man, I hope I don't run into him. Stop trying to convince yourself you're the strongest, Cyrus. God, that was an entire week. Just with exposition. Okay, let's see if we can duel Cyrus and get this weird thing that Jaden was telling us about. Is it too early in the morning? Is it not early enough? Who knows? Alright. I have absolutely no idea what my amount of victories is, but we haven't done too many duels, so I should be able to keep track relatively easily at this point. Probably just gonna take a guess and then base my next session of playing this on it. I have a feeling I've won maybe 4 times against Jaden. Could be 3. And then it's 3 times against the Headmaster. 2 times against Cyrus, 2 times against Chumley. And is it 1 time against Bastion? I don't know, dude. It's hard to keep track. Polymerization. Okay, I'm going defense. That's too many back row. Keep that offensive defense, or defensive offense? Wait, what am I saying? No, it is offensive defense. Tongue twister central right here. Okay, let's definitely attack with Bistro Butcher. And that's Trap Hole or Torrential Tribute Trap Hole. I need to get these cards that my opponents are using. Either that or... Man, Jinzo would be really nice. I feel like that would save half of the time spent in this game on back row cards alone. Patroid? Is that like Patrolroid? Yeah, I guess it's a police card. Pick up and look at 1 set card on your opponent's side of the field. That's it. Huh. Okay, I think I'm gonna go do Goblin Attack Force, because that's gonna bait out my opponent's next attacking monster. Which means I'll be able to do massive damage against... It's just gonna chain into me attacking and destroying monsters for life point damage. It's 1100, but I still consider that kind of chip damage. Hope the stream's been pretty good today. Looking at the stream health, it's not horrible. We have a few dropped frames here and there, but I hope it's just not errantly disconnecting over and over again. All I can hope for is that the stream is good quality and that you guys are enjoying it. Okay. I mean, I was gonna go for the Goblin Attack Force strat, but it looks like he's going full defense. Can't complain about that. And if he doesn't attack my defense position Goblin Attack Force here, then I can switch it back to attack mode on my next turn. Which is pretty neat. Yeah, he's going full defense. Okay. Yo. Cybertech Alligator. He hasn't used Trap Hole. There's nothing getting activated on the back row. Let's do it, dude. Actually, you know what? That's so many face downs. Let's try to clear the field and then I do Cybertech Alligator. Because I have United We Stand in my inventory. Inventory? In my hand. I also forgot to switch my attack force back up, whatever. UFO-roid. This thing looks like a Kirby reference to me. When you get the UFO ability as Kirby. I love that ability, by the way. I used to always try for it in Nightmare and Dreamland. Yeah, I'd like to do direct attack damage with Cybertech Alligator, because I have a full field, which means United We Stand is drastically going to increase its attack. And I also want to clear his side of the field fast, because who knows what one of those remaining face downs could be. It might be Penguin Soldier, for example, which would send Cybertech back to the hand, and I don't want that. Okay, yeah, I guess after this turn I'm free to attack directly. I guess I can do it now. Switch this back. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for the Cybertech Alligator strat. Trying to get the Fetish Trap randomizer. Nice, that's a callback. Yeah, I think I go for United We Stand here. And can I switch my other... But... Oh, of course you're gonna counter that. That would've been such a good synergy, but it's okay. Still love to put the 2500 attack monster on the field. It's only, what, 5 stars? Yeah, 5 stars. We're still gonna do a ton of damage, so... Let's just clear the field of his face down monster cards. Figured it wouldn't be too much since he's not really doing anything with all the other face downs we've gotten rid of. So this is gonna be what, 5800 direct attack damage? Oh, it's Gyroid. Once per turn, if this card would be destroyed as a result of battle, it is not destroyed. Well, unlucky for him, it's gonna get destroyed. At the cost of me not being able to do a little extra life point damage, but that is fine. He's basically 2 chunky attacks away from being donezo. And I'm gonna... Dude, alternating Goblin Attack Force is so OP. One goes to defense, the other comes back up into attack position. Alright, dude. Spear Dragon would have been nice here for the piercing damage, but I honestly don't need it. Whatever this face down is, he's donezo. It's just Bokoichi. What's up with this dude and his locomotive cards? Bokoichi, the frightening car. The frightening car. A freight car that is exclusively for Dekoichi. It can transport anything, but most cargo arrives broken. Ugh. This guy must really like trains. I honestly don't... I've seen a lot of GX, and I don't know why Cyrus has so many, like, train and vehicle related cards. I don't get it. Alright, that's game. We've been doing a lot of randomizers. I was gonna say that in the Golden Sun randomizer, and I just totally forgot. It's been a lot of randomizers, and you know what? Normally I'd try to space it out, but I've been having a lot of fun with all the randomizers we've been doing lately, so... You know what? If I'm having fun, it doesn't matter. It's fun for me. It gets, the quality content out there, a little bit of variety. I feel like you don't see a lot of randomizers on Twitch, so... Makes me happy to play that sort of thing, makes the game feel new to me. And people like to check out that stuff. It's unique. Every rando is a brand new experience. Okay, I'm gonna start with Aqua and Madur because I have Giga Gaga Gigo and Dark Elf. It's 2000 attack and 2500 attack that I can bring out pretty quick. Skyscraper, okay. I should have known him playing Burstinatrix and attack was going to result in that. And United We Stand on Burstinatrix, dude. Okay, he's attacking first with the 1000 attack monster, so I'm going to be able to tank that just barely. Thankfully. Burstinatrix. Ugh. 2800. Somehow, if it were weaker than my monster, that would have been absolutely absurd. I hate this, but I'm gonna have to use card destruction. I think Cybertech Alligator is actually listed on the card art for that. Let me look at that. I just discarded Cybertech Alligator, right? No, it's Giga Gaga Gigo. Let me look at this, though. You can't really tell. I see a ritual card, a spell card, normal monster, and a trap card. Can't really tell what they are. Negate attack and Penguin Soldier is awesome. Should've used Heavy Storm first, damn it. That's fine, I'll go ahead and use the Penguin Soldier strat first. I'll be able to negate attack whatever he does. It's gonna give me summon fodder, I guess, if I draw something I can summon over this with. And I'll just be able to return everything to the hand except HANE, so... Good stuff. Basically be free direct attack. Not quite direct attack, okay. Damn, dude. Game's giving me a lot of good synergy here. So destroy 5 spell and trap cards on the field. Return 2 monsters to the hand. Unfortunately, returning these 2 is the advantageous play, but these are both summon material or fusion material monsters. So if he pulls polymerization, I'm absolutely fucked. But I'm gonna take the risk. Go ahead and pop off the fissure. And Luster Dragon Penguin Soldier. It ain't the best combo, but it's gonna be some good damage. You know what, I said direct attack before, but this is the sick direct attack. I didn't think it was gonna happen until I pulled Fissure. Alright, nice. Alright, let's see what he does next. I think he only has 1 Skyscraper in his deck. So I don't think he can pull out... Okay. I was gonna say, I don't think he can pull out the Elemental Hero Skyscraper 1000 attack difference damage buff. I might have to suicide my Luster Dragon here. But as we know, we returned 2 Elemental Heroes to his hand, and he played Luster Dragon, so... I can sort of see his cards. Definitely gonna suicide Luster Dragon to his Luster Dragon. I think he only has 1 of those in his deck as well. Just sort of speaking from memory, I don't know, I could be wrong. Alright, that's another 1700 direct damage. You'll love to see it. He's pretty close. Seeing as how he doesn't have much to combat me here, it's all just down to what he draws every single turn. It's pretty likely he put one of his elemental heroes face down. I got two 1700 attack monsters, so this could be Red Eyes on the field if I really want it to be. Yep, he put down Burstinatrix. That means he does not have the potential for at least Flame Wingman, which is awesome. It's 2100 attack monster that I don't have to worry about. Music got real weird there for a second. I think the game just chugged a slight bit. Okay, and he's playing face down defense. He may as well be giving up at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with both monsters and then tribute summon for Red Eyes. Oh yeah, he's really suffering. Played both elemental heroes. So he's gonna be 250 left on life points. I think that's the good strat to play because if I can get one more monster card, no matter what it is, Red Eyes can take it out. Or vice versa, I can attack with the weaker monster card. Might as well go for the attack advantage here. Put the 2400 attack monster on the field. Therapist. Red Eye's ultimate dragon isn't real. He can't hurt you. Me. I can't believe I randomly thought of this one day and I was like, yeah, I should, that'd be a funny joke to say on stream, Okay. Like, damn. Sure. I'll remember it now. Why not? Therapist. Red Eye's ultimate dragon isn't real, bro. He can't hurt you, bro. Me. Red Eye's ultimate dragon is real, bro. I'm trying to make the joke, but I can't get to my downloads fast enough. There. Red Eye's ultimate dragon is real, bro. Oh, frick, dude. Kinda looks pretty dope. I'm surprised this was never a real card. But it would, devalue my Blue Eyes ultimate dragon, so they never made it, of course. Unless it is a real card, I don't know. I just know people make fan cards all the time, so. Back when I was a kid, I had this plan to buy 3 times Kaiba booster decks. Actually, I think I only needed 2, because it comes with 2 Blue Eyes cards, right? I had a plan to get Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I even tried explaining what Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon was to my mom. I was like, it's the strongest fusion card you can ever make. It's 4,500 attack points. She's like, yeah, cool, buddy. And, I was gonna try and convince her to buy it off of eBay. Even though she said back then that, like, little kids shouldn't have access to eBay, so... I would have never gotten it anyway, but... For a while, it was my dream to get Ultimate Dragon. Alright, let's do our last duel against the Sigma Male Grind set, Bastion Misawa. United we stand. Cybertech Alligator, we're getting the strat again. And the Black Pendant. Okay, the game's telling me to go for max DPS. So I shall. I've already done the math. I will win. Beta the Magnet Warrior. What is up with this guy? He sucks. Okay, and he's just gonna... Every duelist in this GX game does back row spam. What's up with it? You shouldn't be allowed to do this. He's gonna regret attacking. I don't know why he doesn't attack ever on the first turn. It's just weird AI BS. They see the 2000 defense, but then they don't. I'm gonna keep putting down defense because he doesn't have trash on the field. I can probably fissure, but I just want to wait and see what he pulls. He is gonna keep attacking with beta. Yeah, Bastion really is on that Sigma Male Grind set. Good God. I make the joke once, and it just becomes so true. Sombria the Dark, dude. Okay. I think I'll try and bait out back around now. No Trap Hole, no Torrential Tribute. He probably has like 3 magic chambers. You're an easy problem to solve, Bren. Magic Cylinder. Magic Missile. Magic Missile. Magic Missile. Magic Missile. Quantum Duel Theory states that I should activate the spell card Pot of Greed from my hand. I knew we were gonna get that again, but good God, he actually said the line for a relevant relevant meta card. Relevant metal card. Damn meddling Misawas. Should I eat less green? I don't know. I've been eating a lot of protein lately. I'm trying to find this magic missile spam sound effect and I can't find it. Is this it? Hold up, we're probably gonna get like ear destruction in a second here. Let's see what this is real quick, because I'm remembering this magic missile D&D LARP sound effect thing. Is this it? 3 hours? What is this? Okay, that's enough of that. I see Magic Cylinder, dude, and I just think of that now. I've been trying to eat more greens. We had a discussion, me and my friend, the other day about salads and how salads at restaurants can be immensely boring and very unflavorful. I don't know, I've just been trying to get more sandwiches with like lettuce and tomatoes, and I want more bacon on my sandwiches, honestly, but it's hard to find it for like deli stuff. They're so stingy with the bacon. I think I'm gonna pop down 7 colored fish. That's gonna be the trap hole. Yup. I was hoping it wouldn't be Torrential Tribute, because that would have gotten rid of my like 50,000 damage I'm about to do here. Penguin Soldier, dude. After a while, bro, they just all play the same damn cards. Him sending Zombria back is actually pretty good for me. What is this? Call the Haunted? Dude! Same 20 cards. Every single time. Yeah, I wish there was just like a end-all be-all thing that you could eat, kind of like the whole Soylent BS, but I don't know. I've seen people review like the actual Soylent nutrient stuff. The sort of thing where you like make a shake and put the protein mix in it. It looks kind of good, but from what I've heard, it tastes kind of nasty, which just absolutely makes me want to avoid it. So, like, I'd love to try something like that, but I don't know. It would just be nice to not have to put the effort into making meals, because sometimes it do be quite the undertaking. But I don't know, I like cooking and stuff, so it's not too big of a deal usually for me. 4,600 attack. I wish I could have had the full field for this, but I want to do optimal strats here. Penguin Soldier's wide open. 3850 damage. God, that's half his life points. Alright, he's gonna go into defense, probably set a card in defense. I gotta think of a strategy to remove his field. Because it's likely that face down card is HANE or something. He's gonna try and return Cybertech Alligator. So I'm gonna play Zombria. Try and bait out that face down when I can, but first I'm gonna clear the field. I forgot to do that last time for some reason. I went for the face down first rather than a face up card. 5,400. Oh my god. It's Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Okay. He is basically done so. Should you put random language on the randomizer? I wouldn't recommend that. I've done a playthrough, it wasn't on stream, but I played Pokemon Vietnamese Crystal, and that was so crazy, dude. Like, I think it's translated back and forth between English and Vietnamese, and it's just all memes. It's so hard to make sense of anything in that game. It says you can't beat Vadi. What does that mean? I'm assuming you're doing the Minish Cap randomizer. Sometimes with randomizers it'll remove the last boss in the game, or just make some things unattainable. So I'm assuming it just means you can't beat the final boss, or maybe the randomizer changes the logic so that the game just automatically wins after a certain point. I'm not sure. For example, for Link to the Past randomizer, you can skip the Ganon fight in logic if you want. You know, just to mix up the challenge, or if Ganon's too hard, or you just don't want it to end that way. Some games, though, it like necessitates that some stuff is undoable if you randomize it. It's super weird. Just depends on the game's logic. I really like how Castlevania doesn't really adhere to that. Like, I think Symphony of the Night in particular, normally you would think randomizing all the items would make it impossible to beat the game, but certain things in the logic account for that and just like make sure that you can indeed beat it. Vadi is the final boss. Does that affect the run? I don't know, honestly. Like I said in our Minish Cap stream earlier today, I've never beaten it. But if he's the final boss, yeah, I would think so. I don't know, maybe try checking your randomizer settings, see if it lets you switch it up so you can fight the final boss. Maybe it just does something when you get to one of the last bosses, I don't know. That's the thing with randomizers, bro, like, each and every single one has its own unique quirks, and some of them make compromises, some of them give you more options than the vanilla game for some randos. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for me today for Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy. I had a lot of fun today, and we got some really good cards, so next time I play this, we should be doing a lot better, but I want to build my deck to absolutely devastate my opponents. Maybe get Jinzo in the future, so we're not constantly complaining and wondering about back row trap cards. Anyway, thanks for stopping in and watching me stream this today. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.